Hey ho, it's me Matt, coming back with a fresh reset to my update status. This video is titled The Garage Art Archive Diary because what I've got here for you today is basically a whole roundup of updates that I've been working on, bringing together all the threads, different creative strands. Pretty soon I realized I had so many loose ends here, it will take me more than one video. But whatever, I just need to get things moving. It's for my own sake as much as anyone's that I make sense of where I'm at building my projects. I see certain concepts in the vids I made and themes I've been working through, like the minimalist diary, creative diary, just throwing ideas from travels while I'm on lockdown. And now I've got the archive diary format. Because right now I'm working on two archive projects. This Kurb archive project, which is anthologies of content comprised from all kinds of projects I worked with running my business, Kurb Promo, which was a lot of marketing and promotions materials, CDs and DVDs for many local artists, creatives and media industry people. But then I also wanted to expand on my own stuff, getting started on the grand retrospective content, repackaging your shit into something engaging for posterity. It's the big concept. Preservation of my continued existence through my creative output. That shit that I've made will last after I die. And the core concept to rediscover old inspirations that help to keep me moving forward on the trajectory that I've been on, and understanding what the natural progression of that is to be, the continuing conclusion. It's also important when you're young that you gotta get up and be somebody. But now when you're getting older, what is relevant in terms of how music and entertainment is presented, it's totally changed to me. But the reason I am in my damn garage to do this update is to link this back to the Minimalist Diary by the Minimalist Diary series, where I started this whole archiving lane I've been on, starting over in my barn with a huge pile of junk, tussling with what I was confronted with there. That often you try to take hold of the past, you're dealing with it by clinging on to masses of junk you own, or your hard drives, and it's just amassed, and you're trying to make sense of it, until eventually I just went head on and confronted it conceptually, artistically, and just was tipping everything out on the floor, throwing it around everywhere and out the door and setting fire to it, and just rambling on for a whole series of videos while I tried to comprehend what is the concept of it, because as wild and ragged as it seemed, a lot of energy manifested from that. Delving deeper into minimal thinking, getting grounded in simplicity, and understanding what our relationship is with material things and what it actually consists of. So right here you got a whole bunch of concepts smashing together. My Kurb Archive project, which are the anthologies of music and video art that I'm bringing together from my CD DVD business. You know, also warming up my own archive, starting from the very first tunes I ever made and using that as a window back into 20 years ago, which I think is tracing crazy roots back to ideas I have long forgotten. While in here in this garage, I am repeating some of the same processes, the same rituals I did over there in that barn, and they were really possessing of some kind of energy and intent, you know, throwing all that crap on the floor and jamming out the stuff in order to process it, and seeing that in the process to make some art, make videos, make and present content, you kind of exercise it like I did by setting fire to it all. It's having seen that all play out, I push deeper, because it's not just music and art that comes out the other side and videos of me running around crazy setting fire to things and feeling like some kind of process of acquiring knowledge out of it has occurred. And it's that in seeing things so much more simply, you can then see things so much more clearly, and that is what art and storytelling is all about, to communicate a concept so purely and simply so that it can be understood. So I moved forward with my archiving concepts. a good long chance to sit with all this stuff I've ever done and again, and now deep in the knowledge of what must be the next step. Obviously, the next thing taking me forward creatively. So I'll bring you more selections of archive content as part of my kurb thing, musical compilations with the video art I'm developing. There will be like a dozen different genres of pretty rare New Zealand music, which will culminate in a final grand compilation, which will have a suite of mixed media content associated with it. But right now it's just these 12 different compilations I'm pushing out based on the genre that I am releasing as a build up to that. Then I'm kicking off my personal archives by pulling out some of the oldest tunes I've done and using that also as an opportunity to develop my video art concepts and get into some deep discussions about what the hell I was actually doing and thinking by trying to make music and using music to explain and spread ideas that were relevant about what was happening and what people were thinking back then. Finally, I will continue to refine what I'm doing in the garage here by bringing a more minimalist approach to my lifestyle, a more flexible and responsive orientation. I might have to do a video actually talking more in depth about how the simplicity and minimalism has fed back round into the whole doomsday COVID era environment in terms of influences I can sense are coming through in my own life, responding to the reality about the new society that is shaping up for the future. Until then, I'm just happy to update my channel for once with a roundup of these projects I'm working on and about to get running. So there's at least some record of a reference on the channel of what's going on here, and you can figure it all out, what it is you're looking for, what is it you're looking at and listening to if you are here to enjoy what the hell it is I am doing. So cheers.